The BMW 1 Series. Now, a lot of people are playing these cars down, saying that they're not the real BMW. Let me tell you, the people who are saying that are talking rubbish. These cars are every much BMW as any other model or any other series. They are a superb drive. They are put together at shadow of doubt one of the best cars you can buy on the roads today. Now, let's start with the basics. I'm going to start with a few points which I think are a bit negative. First negative point I will pick up on is the rear view vision. The rear view vision in this vehicle is very limited. Very limited indeed. The headrests themselves are not really obstructing the vision to an enormous degree, but what we do have is a very small rear window. It's not much more than 12 inches in width, I would imagine. You can see, but only really when there's no one sitting in the back seats. Now, as for the side mirrors are actually quite substantial, and that makes for an excellent vantage point. So 10 out of 10 for that. The second negative I'll pick up on is the instrument cluster here is really obstructed by the top of the steering wheel. Now, I know we can adjust the steering wheel position, but the reason for adjusting the steering wheel position is for the driver to determine a good driving position. It's not about relocating the steering wheel in order to see this the speedo dial. So that little bit is a bit infuriating, and I must admit it's a common thing in cars, and I don't really quite see why it's such an issue to put right. Center console, very simple, very basic. For some strange reason, BMW don't seem to put the labelling on the buttons in some of these cars, but I'd see in this one it has. But it's pretty simple to use. There's no confusion there really. This is a basic model BMW. There's not a lot going on in this car in terms of features. It's a 6-speed manual, and the 6th gear, it really is a welcome addition. It just adds so much more to a car. I just wish so many cars, especially the smaller cars, had this 6th gear. It is absolutely crucial now. The steering is very, very certain. I really do feel that I'm connecting with the road and not the goddamn power steering. This does feel like a driver's car. Being a short wheelbase vehicle, the turning on this vehicle is fantastic. It really does feel that it can nip in and out of corners quite aggressively and quite enthusiastic. The steering, they've just got it right on this vehicle. There's no play, there's no vagueness about it at all. It's just pure, it's sharp, and it does exactly what it's supposed to. The wheels start turning the very moment the steering wheel does. Now that is something you don't see a lot of in cars, even brand new cars. So it's no surprise that BMW have got that one right. We've got the small engine version here, which is a little bit boring, I would say, but what it lacks in power, acceleration and top speed, it certainly makes up for in drive quality and ability. This car has supreme driving characteristics. It has the driving characteristics of a huge saloon vehicle, but it's a tiny little car. You'd be hard pressed to get 4 adults in this car. Now, if I give the steering a little bit of a wiggle, 60 miles an hour, the car does boat about a bit, but it's nowhere near enough that's going to affect you having to swerve at high speed or something along those lines. Now, anybody who's thinking about buying one of these, in fact anybody who's thinking of buying a 1 Series, a 3 Series, even the 5 Series, make a compromise with the luxury. Go for the sports shocks. Get the M-Tech shocks on your car. It makes all the difference, and it enhances what is already effectively a fantastic drive. This may not be the road rockets of BMWs, but it has all the finesse, all the build quality, all the engineering, and all the masterful driving pleasure that BMWs can deliver. Don't be put off by their small size. The BMW 1 Series is a fantastic car.